Good evening, everyone. I think finally, it's not me who'd be thinking finally, it would be all of you that after the 9 sessions or talks, I have few minutes to talk about it. So let me actually start with something because it's okay. So I think by the time I thought I'll wake you up a little bit. Because I wanted to show something which is a little bit complicated. I think this is what today we are facing, a diverse threats. We have seen from every panelist talking about the various threats. I'm trying to consolidate. End of the session, it's good for me. Earlier, mine was the first. I was thinking whether I would be actually going along with the pitch of the entire motion, but I think now I'm going to consolidate everything. Chaotic. So there will be planned, predictable sets of events which will happen. So none of the terrorist events which happen across the globe or in India or in any of the states, they are not unplanned. It's several months, in some cases several years of planning, but they are predictable. There are methods which are very repetitive. People use, as one of the panelists was talking about the identification of a crime by the bullet fingerprint. Yeah. After this slide. After this slide, just hold on. The catastrophe, disaster, man-made, natural, motivation, rational. So communal disasters. These are one of the frequent most in India. Okay, so you won't see most of the other countries going through this motion, but India goes through this motion. So we are actually in a society which is under threat from multiple sources, multiple types of problems. So how are we dealing with that? I think I have given you a bad part of it. Let me look at the real part of it.
The Real-Time Crime Center is the innovative high-tech center, basically one of the first.
Memphis police department was the topmost in terms of crime rate when this entire thing happened. They were the topmost.
I was hired to reduce crime. The mayor said, I want this crime problem fixed. And he got in the crime fight. Everything was working before. No, it wasn't before. And why do you need this? Because you've got to keep up with the time and you've got to move with technology. You show the mayor what you got. He supports you and he goes before council. Council gives you support because at the end of the day, everybody wants to reduce crime and everybody wants a safe community because without it, you don't have economic growth, you don't have anything. That's kind of where we started when crime started rising back in 2005. By the time you got the information is old. By the time you put out a plan, you're working on something and it's changed 3 or 4 times since then. We were still doing things the way we'd always done. When you do that, and you can expect the same results.
We started out with the University of Memphis. They came in and used IBM's SPSS to create a statistical package.
And that's kind of where Blue Crush was formed. Crush is crime reduction utilizing statistical history. So using the data, using the history of crime to predict where you're going next and how are you going to deploy officers.
Say an officer gets a call on a burglary. He goes out to the scene, takes his PDA into the house with him, and he takes the information down from the victim. When the report hits the system, the crime analyst immediately has access to it. It tells us what our percentages are on all of the different crimes in the city as a whole, and shows each precinct commander where he is for that day, and where he is month to date, and where he is year to date, and where he is year to date over the past. Look and gain a totally different perspective on our data that we've always had.
And that's why you're seeing crime down 28% over 5 years. Why you're seeing crime down 14% when you look at last year to this year. That's why you're seeing those things is everything we're doing. God's dang, you gotta have a passion for it. Tell me an officer that doesn't like to lock up a bad guy.
Okay. So a couple of key points here. One, Memphis department had maximum amount of crime rate in terms of the states in US, and when they looked at looking at predictable patterns, looking at historical data, analyzing it, they were positioned in which they were trying to see if it rains on a particular day and if the street lights goes off, what is the probability of a car snatch or a carjack. That was the kind of predictions and probability was created. As you heard, the chief said 28% crime rate went down in 5 years, and next year it went down by 14%. So it's actually an ROI which is realized, and I really like the last word. Who would not like to actually catch a thief? So that's actually, we are all for, that improves the quality of life for all of us. I think there's something else I also wanted to add upon. I think there are tools and technologies worldwide available, not just with IBM but with everyone. I'm not claiming IBM is the only firm which can do it or XYZ. So, but this is something which we have done it. There's a proof. Whether it was Saddam Hussein who was caught through various analytical tools and methodologies and the pattern, how he was actually caught, or whether the final case, which is Osama's financial transaction, courier movements, and everything was tracked and he was found. This was done based on IBM tools and solutions. And if I look at India, in Indian police, most of the Indian police departments, 19 of them to be precise, they're already using our solutions to actually do the investigation, do the analysis, and create the case file. One of the one I have only put in one here, Batla House case. The entire case file was filed using our solution and put in the High Court. So this is something. So there are thieves. There's going to be an improvement. There are tools. So we need to look at how do we apply everything. I didn't introduce myself. NSN Murthy. I look after the public safety and security and government portfolio. So what we are looking at from our perspective is look at a smarter planet, a safe and secure place to live. This is something which every panelist talked about. How do I get a holistic view of various relationships? How do I get to know which call data is where, whose address is where? If I'm actually doing a case investigation, there would be several data items lying. There would be address lying in some PAN card data or some other, probably now the UID data, but there would be phone records which are from the CDR, which would be lying from some other information. The ballistic report would be giving information or type of crime, and there will be compliance files. There will be a case registered against the same person by a bank saying that he has actually did a fraud. So how do I integrate all these data, not correlated, unrelated data, and create a correlation among that? So what now the police, the various departments, not just the police and the various government departments, banks, financial institutions. One of the places, one of the entities who have actually implemented is Ministry of Finance Financial Intelligence Unit. They have done a complete implementation of entity analytics based solution, and on top of that is a analyst notebook which creates the entire correlation and pattern and predictability of people who withdraw money which is greater than 49,999 from their bank accounts, and they track it. Okay, that's why there is an ad in newspaper nowadays saying that I know that you have spent more than 2 lakh rupees on your credit card last year. So that's where is the information. Okay. So how do we aggregate data from different sources and provide? So extracting information, there are a lot of issues. There are lack of data standards, data inconsistencies. We are all talking about one mobile device not able to talk to other mobile device. That's where the technology actually comes in. See, we create technologies not to interoperate, but we also create a overarching technology to interoperate, which is in IBM parlance we call it as integrated operation center. We actually bring everything together. We can actually talk to various data forms, get them together, talk to whether it is a mobile device, whether it is a radio link, whether it is a kind of a data source or information. So we have an overarching solution for doing that. Okay. Can you play the second video, please?
Utilizing a warehouse for information. We also use open search areas. There's public databases that are out there that we utilize. You can use Google right up to any type of web page that's necessary, targeting our internal data. And as you can see, our investigative analysts will utilize these monitoring streams so that we can actually team up a regular web search along with our internal search. As soon as there is a shooting, a major incident, we're able to map out that exact location. With that, you can actually drill down on the map and see what's surrounding that location, see what type of area it is, what the detectives or the emergency service unit is going to be dealing with. Whether it be apartment buildings, individual residential areas, what type of terrain they're dealing with. And we're not able to drill into it, at least if we just go into one house. The investigative analysts or detectives, they basically are the ones that find out the information in the field, they work the information in the field, send it back into the field. All we have is a few things going on now. One of them is that basically a location where there's a shooting, and we can actually scroll and see the actual location of where the shooting occurred. We talked about link analysis. Link analysis we utilize again to see the association and the connectivity of
So it stopped at 2 minutes actually. So that's a factor. Okay, so only two things I'll add onto this is one, a Twitter integration completely done. And for example, there was an example of New York Police Department. They started looking at the Twitter analysis. They started looking at various data inputs from there. They saw that students in the college, they're using Twitter to actually go and meet the drug peddlers. Twitter was used to actually assemble and pick up drugs. That's what New York Police Department actually found out and created this entire thing. So I'll leave this thing. What I'm trying to tell you is, yes, there will be disparate sources of information. There will be systems like CCTNS or other projects will come up. There will be problems of interoperability. But the point here is, I think always the analytics which run on top of all those things, which are the overarching body, they will be able to compile, give you the right information, what is available, based on the historical inputs, the prediction, predictability, the patterns, or the real-time analysis, and finally the postmortem, which is the investigation to catch the right thief. That's what IBM does, and that's what we want to do it in India also. Thank you so much for the time.